What's up, YouTube? You see the title of this video, and you see the image that I have on the screen here. Originally, I was gonna maybe hold off for this video, and the only reason I was gonna hold off and I was gonna hold off until probably honestly a day before. I don't know. I just wanted to just be. I don't know why. Just a day before, November 1st. I was gonna drop the video just so it could just transition over the next day and people could start just seeing this stuff happen a little sooner, right? So you can immediately see my prediction I'm gonna make in this video come to pass, but it doesn't even matter. Actually, to be honest, I feel like me making this video now might be a little better anyway. So you can get out there a little bit more before November 1st. So you see the title, you already know. You see the image, you know what we're talking about. The big thing that has everybody crashing out online, and that is the SNAP benefits being relinquished on November 1st. At least in terms of those who do not have any sort of disability, those who do not have any sort of physical physical disability or mental disability or whatever, which is gonna prohibit them from working. They will still, from what I understand, still receive SNAP benefits. They will still receive their checks whenever they get it, November 1st or whatever, right? They're still gonna get their things because they don't have the ability to even work in the first place. But for those who are what are called able-bodied, who are able to work, they will no longer be receiving those benefits due to the government shutdown and all this other goofiness, right? Now, I'm not even going to really address the whole government shutdown and how that's just a bunch of goofiness. I'm going to be honest. Because that's the reason they're giving is like, oh, the government shut down this way. Nah, bro. When they need money to do something, they going to find it, bro. Understand this very well. When it's time to pay for military shit, throwing billions of dollars at military equipment, they all of a sudden money can appear, right? Don't even like look at that whole we don't have the money shit. It's not. It's kind of some goofiness. I'm gonna be honest. They can pull money out of some crevices, bro. Trust me. It has nothing to do with that. So I'm not even gonna focus on the lack of money, and that's why the government shutdown is what this is about. I'm not even gonna focus on any of that. This video is going to be me focusing on the effects of this. It's going to be me focusing on what I think is going to transpire because of this lack of SNAP benefits that are going to be going out to those who, get them every month and they're not going to be receiving them. Able-bodied, whatnot, they're not going to be receiving these benefits. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions going around. Like, I hear people talking about, you have this narrative that people who are getting these SNAP benefits are just sitting on their ass all day and shit, and they don't have jobs. I mean, that's not really how this works. In fact, a lot of these people that are getting SNAP benefits do have a job. You're not going to really be able to just sit around off of SNAP benefits. You still need to pay bills, this and that. Unless they have some other stuff at play, they're going to need to at least work. A lot of people are getting these benefits because they're just low income, right? They're low income, so they'll be, depending on their income, they'll be eligible for SNAP benefits. So a lot of these individuals probably still have jobs for the most part, but they get this as a way to help support them more because they're not going to be able to get the food they need on top of being low income, having to pay for bills and all this other stuff, right? But because of, like I said, what is being said as the issue with this government shutdown, they're not going to get that. So you're going to have a lot of people who are not going to really be able to get the same amount of food or struggle to get food really at all because of this. And it's going to be a catastrophe. Now, like I said, I've been seeing people crashing out, and it's funny because the misconceptions, right? Back to that, like the whole narrative that every these people don't have jobs, they're just lazy, they're just living off the system. And I'm seeing a lot of this shit. I've been seeing clips of, the typical, racist white motherfuckers running around, just, oh, the blacks are, they're gonna be crashing out because they don't have the SNAP. Like all black people are on SNAP benefits when black people are not even at the top of the list for recipients for SNAP benefits. But of course, as usual, dumbass racist white motherfuckers, they can't read, they can't count, so we can't count on them to know that, right? But despite all that goofiness, when we actually look at the reality and we don't live in an imaginary world like those retarded white motherfuckers, we understand that, like I said, black people are not the main recipients, and this is going to affect everyone because there's all groups that are on SNAP benefits. White people are on SNAP benefits as well, and they're going to suffer from this as well. This is going to be an issue for everybody of all different groups who are on these benefits. So it's not just going to be black people crashing out, black women crashing out. You got the videos online of black women online crashing out, talking about what they're going to do. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. But people of all groups will be hurt by this event on November 1st with the SNAP benefits being cut. Everyone's going to be affected of all groups. And I find it kind of funny how in the midst of the SNAP benefits being cut, you have people running around acting like this is a good thing. I'm hearing dumbasses. Like, I saw a video from Anton Daniels, that potato head ass nigga. I saw a clip from Angry Man, just the typical Sambo niggas tap dancing, and they're like celebrating this shit being taken away. Now, do not get it fucked up. I'm not even about to sit up here and cape for, these black women who are running around crashing out, because they've been on some fuckery for a long time, right? And to be honest, a lot of these things is like the chickens coming home to roost, because they've been on a lot of fuck shit and they want to complain online about the black men who are celebrating. But to be honest, they really have every right to celebrate if we want to be real. I'm not gonna get too much into in this video, but they're not even wrong for celebrating. I'm gonna keep it a bean. So you have dudes celebrating. I'm not really gonna be sitting up here celebrating. I mean, it is what it is, but I do think that some people are gonna find out that their actions, like I said, chickens have come home to roost, and there's gonna be a lot of people affected negatively because of this. I'm not about to cape for anybody. Like I said, it is what it is. And I think that the idiots, though, that are celebrating this, they still look stupid, because what they don't understand is when you are celebrating a program that is supposed to help the people, regardless of how you want to look at it, you got people saying that people are abusing the SNAP benefit system and it needs to get completely eliminated. You got Matt Walsh. He's a puppet, of course. He's running around pushing that goofy. I saw a post. Someone showed a post on YouTube. I was watching a video where he's saying, "Oh, we need to get rid of the program entirely because people are abusing it." Well, that's kind of a dumb argument, Matt Walsh, when that can be applied to any and every program, right? This is the same argument that could be used for guns. Then we can say, well, if people are abusing the usage of guns, they're going around and they're shooting stuff up, they're crashing out. So we need to get rid of guns. That's the argument that the left uses to try to get rid of firearms. So we're using the same argument, though, when it comes to SNAP benefits. Now we're going to say, oh, well, people abuse it. Every single program there is in this country can and will be abused. It's inevitable. There's always going to be people that are going to abuse a program. That does not mean that you need to get rid of the program entirely. It means you need to try to mitigate those who abuse the program. So for those advocating for completely getting rid of the program, and I even saw a post where someone was saying, oh, yeah, let them starve, this and that. Okay, keep running around with all your dumbass shit saying people need to starve and they need to go get 2 or 3 jobs. The gaslight of telling people to go get 2 or 3 jobs, that doesn't really work right now. And the reason that doesn't work is because the job market is fucked up right now. People are not getting paid wages that are going to cooperate with the rise in inflation. So telling people, oh, you need to go get 2 or 3 jobs, no one should be required to get 2 or 3 jobs. That should never be a thing. That's a sign of a broken system. So all the idiots saying that, once again, a lot of these people, they're in comfortable positions in their life. And, I'm glad I'm not going to be affected by none of this shit. But for those who are going to be affected, I do somewhat look at it and I'm like, bruh, that's, it's fucked up, because you have some people that are genuinely just good people and they need that shit, bro. And even if they're not really disabled, they don't, telling them to go get a second job and shit. No one should have to be going through all of that, especially considering the fact you have people who, like I said, they may not be disabled, but shit, they damn near disabled. They might have problems with their body that doesn't really make them, can put them in the category of disabled, but like telling someone to go through all of this extra labor, 2 jobs and all this just so they can try to make ends meet is insane. It's absurd. And all the idiots saying this, they're if you look at them, they have a privilege of having a good financial state. If they were not in that financial state, they wouldn't be saying that shit. You got these elitist individuals who like to grandstand over people, because that's the American culture. Is let us grandstand over others. Let us flex, because a lot of these people in this country, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, have a lot of inferiority complexes, insecurities. So grandstanding over others helps people feel better about themselves, and that's kind of the culture in this country. So you have these idiots who, oh well, I'm on this pedestal and I'm above you. Well, here's the problem with that, dumbasses. When you position yourself and you run around acting like, oh well, yeah, just go get another job and all that shit, and all of these gaslights, when the job market is cooked, the economy's fucked up, everything is messed up, people are gonna crash out. And now I'm really going to get into the main thing I want to address in this video. And that is my prediction for what is about to occur. If the SNAP benefits are cut, that's if it even happens. This is really for if it happens. Hell, it might not even happen. But if it does and it goes in full force, I'm telling you right now, the crash outs are going to come into fruition. Nobody is about to sit back and starve, bruh. I'm going to keep it a bean. And although you got the people who are saying they're going to go rob and steal, and I'm kind of going to be neutral on that, because I'm not going to tell somebody who, if they're genuinely starving, that they should just like go get a second job. Yes, I mean, I'm not going to advocate for someone committing crimes, but at the same time, nobody should have to get 2 jobs. Nobody should have to get 3 jobs. For those who do that, I feel like that would be, it is what it is. That, I guess that's the route they should go. But there's going to be people that are just going to say fuck it and crash out. And it is what it is. That's going to be a thing that's going to inevitably occur. People are going to crash out if they're not able to get the food that they need. People are going to go into stores and they're going to steal. They're going to, and it won't just be stores, because you have the people that are like, oh, they're going to go loot the store. No. You don't understand. If people don't have money to get the things they need, they will do more than just go into the stores. They will start engaging in all manners of fraud, whether it be physically robbing people or even fraud on a digital scale. This is going to create an environment of more scammers, of more thieves, of more all of this shit. All because you got this cut of the SNAP benefits, and people that are celebrating this are not understanding that they're going to open the door for more shit to get cut, because we got people supporting this shit, so we just gonna start cutting everything. Then you open the door for more things to get cut. You should never ever criticize a program that helps people, because then we can just keep cutting more programs and make more justifications. It's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to do when you're under a government trying to like gleefully cheer at the cutting of beneficial programs. You're an idiot. And this is what happens. The country's just full of idiots, man. It's unfortunate. Um, but yeah, man, the crash outs is going to occur. People are going to start stealing. They're going to be going in stores and doing all types of wild shit. You're going to see clips online. And of course, you're going to have the idiot racists that are going to take only the clips of black people. There's, like I said, every race will be affected from this. White people will go in the stores and loot too, but they're going, of course, the racists, because of their black obsession, they're going to polarize the black videos more than the white ones. And that's just what's going to happen. But nobody gives a fuck about them, because at the end of the day, when it comes to what's going to happen, people is going to survive. They're going to do what they got to do. No one gives a fuck about some retarded, insecure white motherfucker grandstanding. Motherfuckers going to survive at the end of the day. They're going to do what they got to do. And that's just inevitably what's going to happen. And instead of addressing the government that is going to cause these issues, they're going to be focusing more on, oh, lift yourself up by your bootstraps rhetoric. That shit doesn't hold up now, bro. The economy's fucked up. There's too much shit messed up. Telling people to get 2 jobs is insane. How about we fix the system? But no one's going to focus on that, of course, because the American people are retarded. So we're going to have these crash outs. We're going to have people doing all of this shit. And when it comes to the crash outs, me personally, and I would advise anyone watching this, if you already don't shop at Walmart, then that's cool. But for those who still go to Walmart, bro, I'm gonna advise you to just like not go there, bro. Because when this shit occurs, Walmart is gonna be the stomping grounds. Because let's be real, that's where most of the lower income individuals will be at. This is just something that, at least in my vicinity, is the case, right? Walmart is the stomping grounds for ghetto folk, ratchet folk of all races, right? And that's why I don't even fucking go to Walmart, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Anytime I need to go get some food or whatever, I do not go to fucking Walmart, bro. I'm gonna hit up a Target or like a Sprouts, bro. That's normally where I will get my motherfucking produce, bro. When it comes to Walmart, the only time I will ever go there, bro, is if it's like, it's just more convenient in the area. But see, now with this stuff that's probably going to occur on November 1st, I don't even want to go to Walmart, bro. Because I just feel like it's just going to be chaos. I don't even want to step foot in there unless it's a last and final option, bro. Then I'll go into Walmart. But other than that, bro, Walmart is going to be off my list for the time being when it comes to this cut of the SNAP benefits if it happens. So I would advise everyone who, if you, to just like really don't go to any Walmarts. If you have like a ghetto Walmart in your vicinity, or any of that type of shit, bro, I feel like Walmart is definitely a place to avoid. But I feel like it's gonna occur at other places as well. But Walmart will be the headquarters of this shit, bro. When it comes to like this looting and shit, bro, it will be the headquarters. It will be the headquarters of where the crash outs are occurring. So avoiding Walmart would be a good suggestion. I'm gonna just put it out there, bro. But this is not going to end well. You're gonna have these big backs, man. These big backs in Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have big black, well, yes, big black Keishas. I'll just say that you're gonna have big black Keishas, big back black Keishas up in the WalMarts, bro. Getting baskets full of shit, and they just gonna be running out that shit, bro. And whether you got a dude trying to stop them, which would be stupid, or you gonna have somebody try to stop them, they will get ran over, bro. Like, the crash outs is coming. I can see the videos now of a big back Keisha with a basket full of junk food, mind you, trying to plow down somebody in her way at the automatic doors, trying to get through. You're gonna have some skinny nigga trying to stop a big back Keisha, and he gonna get trucked. This is shit that I could see occurring, bro. So I advise people to avoid Walmart and at all costs, bro. But closing out this video, I want to address, like I said, when it came to these black women online that are like all over the internet, right? Now, they're on TikTok. I don't use TikTok. I've mentioned this before. I think it's a brain rot. I don't like the short form type of content. That's why I really fuck with YouTube more, because I like long form content more. I will watch shorts every now and then, of course, because there is YouTube shorts and stuff. But for the most part, I like long form content. So I don't really go on TikTok. Even besides like the whole brain rot of the short form shit, TikTok is just so toxic, bro. I don't even go over there, bro. But I've seen clips on YouTube where people have taken clips from TikTok and have shown, you got these women, these black women online that are like crashing out, and there are white women too. But I really mainly want to focus on the black women in this, because you have them like doing the most, really getting online on TikTok and all this, and they're like, yeah, we gonna be stealing. We, got their whole face in the video, bruh. Just their whole entire face in the video, talking about how they're going to be engaging in criminal activity. Like, this is the most retarded shit I've ever seen, but I'm not surprised when it's coming from this demographic that have been exposed to such a prolonged have had such a prolonged exposure of just complete goofiness in the black community. This is just the shit that you're gonna see. So, you got these goofies online, these ratchet Keishas that are talking about how they're gonna loot the stores, and they specifically have even stated Walmart too, which is exactly why I even said like avoid Walmart. So they're talking about how they're gonna go in there and loot. And I feel like not only is it just dumb just on an optic standpoint, because it just feeds into the whole, the black woman welfare queen shit. It just feeds into that stereotype. So this is just retarded to even come on here and do. But then it's like you're getting online, showing your face, talking about how you about to go in these stores and steal. And all you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. All you're doing is putting yourself out there in a situation that you don't even need to be doing. These are the same individuals that will complain about their image, but they will go out in with the quickness to desecrate their own image, bro. This shit is retarded. There's no reason you should be online talking about how you about to go in and steal from the stores if you don't get your EBT, bro. It's just stupid, bro. But these are the things that are going to occur. These are the things that are going to occur, and I'm really like, shit is going to be really bad this winter if this actually happens. If the SNAP benefits come through, or I should say not come through, then and if it goes on right all the way through winter and all that, bro, winter is going to be pretty crazy, bro. This is going to be a wild winter. People who during winter time on top of this, struggling to get food, it's gonna be some wild shit, bro. I think, this is not going to end well. So we'll see how this plays out. I really don't think that it's going to play out good, like I said. And yeah, bro, it's like it just adds on to what I've said in past videos about just the crash outs that are coming in this country in general because of how everything's just fucked up with the economy. This just adds fuel to the fire. But this is why it is important to just be vigilant, because shit seems to only be getting worse. I don't really know if there's an upside coming anytime soon, but it just seems like the crash outs is just pending more and more, bro. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for this video. Like I said, shit is going to be wild, but yeah. All I gotta say for this video, man. I'm out.